Okay, kids, let's go.
Much better.
Side note, one of the recent episodes I listened to, and Jesus, did he crank the music up. It went from I could barely hear it to crank it to a 12.
What have we here?
Yeah, baby. 13.
You guys are so funny.
That's one number above.
Hello.
I've learned.
Holy shit.
9's the real number, though.
Holy shit.
Hello there.
Looking. Found someone you have, I would say.
May the force be with us. Fucking A.
Good day, Galaxy Roast Podcast. Thank you for tuning in.
We're here,
It isn't clear.
and we're going to talk shit about DC. Or at least I'm going to. I don't know what you're going to talk about.
You can talk shit about DC?
I might. I don't know. Not Washington, D.C. The Snyder Cut, D.C. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how
What
I
is the
feel
Snyder
about
Cut
it.
DC?
The Snyder Cut, DCEU, Snyderverse, the Zack universe.
Yeah.
The only... well, I don't know. I feel...
You can't sit here and say anything. You can't say you prefer the version that we got. Because
What?
that's just blasphemy. The Justice League 2017 version.
Right,
say
that was
you would-
trash.
Yes, okay.
I will never say that. But, you know,
Good.
depending on the hour of the day, my opinion changes. So I'm sure we'll get into it. But yes, the Snyder Cut just released last weekend, everybody. So that's our main point of discussion today on episode 263 of
63.
Rogue Squadron Podcast.
My name is Mopar.
I am Commander Cody.
I should probably pronounce Mopar. I'm sure people are like, what's that guy's name? Mapha?
Mama. Okay, Cartman.
Hey there.
I drive Mama. And I wonder when people actually can understand you pronouncing your name, I wonder if they even know what Mopar is.
That's a good question.
There's been
I've-
like 2 or 3 points where you've explained it over the past 7 years.
7 years. But yeah, if people aren't car people, they have no idea, which is how I like it. Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. It's a secret.
Yeah. And Mopar will shut us down once they find out.
Exactly. Or they'll send you free parts. It could go either way.
Free parts.
You know what? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start referring to myself as CC2224. And if no one knows what that means, then sorry. Fake fan.
Yes.
All right. So the effort it took to watch the Snyder Cut basically took the entire weekend. Is there anything else that you did since last episode?
No.
Good. Good to know.
Yeah, that's always been my issue with really long movies is you have to like an hour and a half movie, maybe 2 hour movie, you can just be like, yeah, let's watch a movie tonight. But this, I had to like wrap my weekend around and really try to like find allotted time because I didn't want to split it up. I busted it out in one sitting. And it was after the missus went to sleep, so it was like I started it at like 9:30, 10. So
Oh,
I wasn't
boy.
done till like 2.
We're slamming some Monster Energies in that session.
I just
Did she
forced
not
my
want to watch
eyes.
it, or she just like?
It's more of she just doesn't want to sit through a 4-hour movie.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't blame her.
I understand. I was attempting to watch it in one sitting. I had to split it up for reasons beyond my control, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, so I have heavy spoilers. I know Commander said that, but I just want to get that out there again because that's going to be the majority of what we're discussing today.
Yeah. So Brendan, if you haven't seen it yet, if you care to see it, you should probably
run.
I mean, I want you to listen, but I don't want to ruin the movie for you. So get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot to take in, and it's always hard to even wrap your head around what you just watched. It felt on the surface like there was more on screen than like any Star Wars film ever. Everywhere I looked, there was something small, and I imagine that there's 1,000 more things that I missed because I'm just not that well versed. But like the smallest, there were so many
Easter eggs you're talking?
Easter eggs and just characters that they threw on screen that I was like, oh, who is that? And then they're gone, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. And it was just like, obviously they don't have to explain it. A lot of it was like those callbacks to like thousands of years ago when Darkseid came to Earth originally.
Yes.
And so there was that huge battle scene, which felt very like Lord of the Rings-esque.
Yeah, that
was
was
like,
awesome.
It was cool. It was like flowing through that battle. But yeah, when Darkseid got his ass kicked basically by Zeus and Green Lanterns, and dude, that was fucking crazy. And it was yeah, it was pretty cool to see. But like in that battle, I'm watching these characters, and a couple of them I was like, whoa, who is that?
Zeus, Ares, Green Lantern.
Ares was the one with the axe that almost chopped his fucking arm off.
Yeah, I feel like there was
crazy.
some Viking dudes in that scene too, if I remember. I believe. And then all the Amazonians. Yeah.
So, I mean, do you just want to dive right in? I mean, we're kind of staying surface level here, but I imagine we can make a good full hour and a half out of this fucking
Well,
thing.
let's just make it an even 4 hours and 2 minutes, dude, if we're going to talk about it. Come on.
Let's
why
go.
not?
Let's just walk
We're
through
going
scene
frame
by
by
scene.
frame.
I mean,
Yeah.
I imagine we can try to start at the beginning, and we're just going to jump around. But right off the bat, Go ahead.
Sorry, do you want to do an overall thoughts and not necessarily a comparison, but like a thoughts going in and thoughts having seen it? And did it live up to the hype, and did it live up to the atrocity that was the theatrical cut? Or do you want to kind of go in more detail and break it down?
Well, we can start on the surface level. So, like, thoughts going in, to be honest, I just knew it was going to be better. I don't care. Like, that's what I was just yelling at Commander. Like, regardless of anybody's thoughts on the actual Snyder cut, it was better. It was a better film
Yes.
presented to us than what we got.
Yeah.
So it just, all in all, that means DC fucked up. Joss Whedon did not do it justice. Justice
no pun
League.
intended. Yes.
But yeah, just stick with a vision. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And I know
Yeah.
we discussed that with Star Wars, with, directors getting fired and I know it worked out for stuff like Solo, but Jesus.
Yeah.
You don't know what you could have gotten with Solo if they kept going with it. Like, I love Solo, but it could have been crazy. You just don't know what to expect.
That one's different because it's already good.
Yeah. But
So you never
I'm just
know.
saying, you never know. You don't know what you're missing out because
Like a box of chocolates.
like a-
All right, so I'm going to preface this episode because it might sound, once we get into it, I might sound very salty. But I will say, yes, it's so much better than the theatrical cut. Leaps and bounds. It's really hard to compare them. The theatrical
it is.
cut is so bad.
the
when
story, the story change that they did was ridiculous.
Yep.
With the same movie. So
Exactly. And when I went back and watched a couple YouTube videos of like scene comparisons, and you can see the difference in the color tone and obviously Superman's fucking lip and all those things. And it's leaps and bounds above it. So it's so much better than the theatrical cut. I'm going to say that before I discuss about the film in general. And then also I will say it's important. It's a case study in studio executives fucking up their films. It is like,
let the artist do the
yes,
art.
Yes, exactly. And that is so clear in this, and what the fans wanted, and what Zack Snyder wanted as far as the original vision for Justice League, and how horribly it was ruined by people that don't make films. They're just trying to make dollars. So those are two very important things that I think we got out of the Snyder cut, and I just wanted to get that out of the way before I start ranting.
It's almost like, I don't know how you feel, but it's almost like someone goes in to get a tattoo, and instead of letting the artist be the artist, you're telling the artist what you want, and it like forces them to. I mean, it like contractually they have to do what you, because it's going on your skin. So
Right.
like if you want something spelled wrong, fucker, you're gonna get it spelled wrong. Stupid stuff like that. But like,
And you start changing it while they're already in process.
oh my god.
So you start making Qui-Gon's lightsaber, and then you decide to change the hilt to Darth Vader's, and you got two halves of a lightsaber on your arm.
Two halves.
And you can't undo that one. You can't do a Snyder cut of your tattoo.
Yeah,
That one's
right.
permanent.
No, I completely agree with the whole like just let them do it. Like, how bad was it actually going to be? Is the issue that they didn't think a 4-hour movie would sell? Is the issue like I don't know what but like it was a completely different not only story, not only CGI, but sound design. The score was just that's the first thing I noticed. Was like when I was watching the movie, it was like, what the fuck's happening in my ears? Like this is I feel there's like so much emotion coming in through the score that I did not feel in the original version. So I know Danny Elfman was the original.
Well, Junkie XL started to do it, and then they brought in Danny Elfman, and now for the Snyder Cut, Junkie XL is back, and he split the. Well, I didn't want to say split. He collaborated on the score for Batman vs Superman with Hans Zimmer, so he was kind of, he was involved in creating a lot of the themes and the tone for BVS, and a lot of that carries over, which is probably what you're hearing and why you like it so much.
And that's why I get immediately horny when Wonder Woman's score comes on, because it's just, oh my God. Wonder Woman's score is literally her score or her song or whatever the fuck.
Theme,
thank you. Might
Motif.
be top 5 for me of all time. Like Vader stuff. Ray, like I think Wonder Woman's might be top 5 for me because it's just every time it comes on, I'm like, dude, someone's getting her ass kicked.
Exactly. She means business, man. She's fucking 5,000 years old and she's pissed.
It's a fucking war cry of a score or of a theme.
She's actually pretty well reasoned, calm individual for being so old and have seen so much bullshit. So like when Yoda. She does get pissed, you know that something is about to go down. Yeah. I don't know. When you were talking about length, I don't know if the original version, if Snyder was able to finish it, I don't know if that would have been 4 hours. I don't think necessarily that was one of the reasons that they wanted to change things up was to cut the length down. I don't know if he maybe got a little gratuitous now that there's a new chance to redo the film. If he was like, fuck it, we're throwing everything in, we're gonna get it might not have been that long if he finished it 3 years ago.
No, I think you're probably right. It probably would have been like a 2.5, 3 hour movie. But at this point, because of the extent that they went to redo it, I'm sure he was like, well, there's no rules now. I'm going to make whatever the fuck I want.
Right.
We're just going to do it because no one's going to say no right now. I have the money backing me. And
exactly.
They fucked up. So
and the fans. Yep.
Yeah. So literally, it's quite honestly, like before I watch it, it's almost like I said, there's no way this is going to fail. It's not going to be worse than what we got. So it was almost set up for like I'm guaranteed just going to be entertained. Like because the other one was not even that. It was just kind of weird. It felt weird to me.
Most of the time, entertained most of the time.
Yeah. No, that's a valid point. I mean, they did a lot of backstory. There was probably a good fucking hour and a half of straight backstory. Yeah. Whether it was Flash, I mean, this was pre Waterboy, so they did a lot of Aquaman backstory stuff, which felt weird.
Since we already saw Aquaman.
Yeah, that the timing of that was kind of cringy to me. And then Cyborg. I actually liked a lot of the Cyborg stuff. I thought it added quite a bit. The other stuff that I did like was the Flash, where he's talking to his dad who's in prison.
Yes.
I did like that stuff too.
The Cyborg stuff's good because he's kind of the main character.
Yeah.
And we didn't get any of that. There was like a football scene, and then there was the mother box like turning him into a robot. Like we didn't really get much in the original at all, so there was no reason to care about him. Yeah. But yeah, we got a lot more with this. A lot more with his dad. Starts Cyberdyne Systems and Skynet, and then goes on to create Cyborg. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, and then sacrifices himself, which you feel more
awesome.
when you know the dad a lot more, and the relationship, how it was pretty much terrible up until that point. Mm-hmm. And then he sacrifices himself for his kid, or actually for the universe, to be honest. But
so that was all good. It was too long. So we're talking about like the backstory stuff right now, and I think that's a reason why it got extended to 4 hours, because a lot of the first like third of the movie is backstory stuff. I think it was too much. I think it could have been 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I agree. There were some scenes in there that haven't fleshed out yet. So like a specific scene that on the surface I think they completely could cut and I would still enjoy the movie is the Flash scene when he's applying to that fucking job.
Oh my god! And the fucking hot dogs. There's just hot dogs flying in the air for a half an hour. I could not take that scene, bro. Like, come on. We get it. He's saving a girl. He's trying to do good. He's struggling.
Yeah.
I understand. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. That scene was completely useless to me. Now, little did I know that is like the girl he saves is like a character that we should know, and that's who I think he probably ends up falling in love with. So it's while it may flesh out, like for this movie, it was completely unnecessary, and yeah. And it was a good like 5-minute scene. It wasn't like 30 seconds. It was
long as fuck.
Yeah. And then there was too much slow-mo. Now some of the slow-mo I did really like. Some of it was just like, okay, like I've been sitting here, dude. Like let's get this going. And you know, some aspects like when they do slow-mo in battle, it's like fun. So, for example,
but there's too much, man. It's like at the end of Force Awakens when Kylo and Rey are staring at each other and it goes back and forth.
Dude, that's only like
happened
20 seconds.
and that happened like 50 times in this movie. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. The ones that I do like that I'm just a fucking fan of just because of it is like when there's a big battle and all the heroes like flying close together and it slow-mo's like almost like a poster picture and then it goes right back into the action.
Like Avengers.
I'm kind of like a goofy, like I'm like, oh cool. It's like woohoo, team. Like but when it's just like I'm saying like a lot, I hate myself. When it's just Wonder Woman fighting that mob boss at the beginning to save those children.
Yeah.
She's already badass. She's already 1,000 years old, 5,000 years old, and she's murdering everybody. Why do we need to slow every bullet down to show her blocking all of it? It's almost cooler to see it in real time to be like fucker, I just saved everybody. Bitch, next.
Right. Yeah, that is actually one thing that I liked a lot more. What do you have? Are you getting pizza delivered?
No.
Do you have an intruder?
Intrusions.
The way that Wonder Woman fought physically throughout the whole movie, I thought was so much more interesting than the previous installments of it. There was just something about it. Like she looked like a god now, instead of just. I mean, she was always badass, but there was something about how quick she was moving. And like she was flailing around and she was blocking an entire magazine with her gauntlets she blocked. So I don't know. I liked how her action scenes were much more in this one. It
really felt like she could be potentially like an equal to Superman. Like almost. She could do whatever the fuck she wants from a certain point of view.
Yeah.
Superman just has laser fucking eyes. So what else? He just doesn't. You know what this movie did, though? It made me appreciate Superman in a different way. He's still one of my least favorites, but the fact that he died, was brought back, and it wasn't in like a douchebaggy way. Like, I don't know. Like the original Justice League felt douchebaggy, and he came back and he was still in his red, white, and blues. And I was like, the fact that he's in his black suit and it feels like a changed Superman, like he's gone through death and came back, and now he's like a changed person. I don't know. It's almost like he's been through some shit, and you could see that in his fucking black suit.
Yeah, that does make sense. I can't say I love him after this, but I definitely appreciated it a lot more than the theatrical version. And I think the part I like the most. That's so much better, obviously. God. They didn't even bother with it. Man, it's so good. I think the thing that solidified it for me was probably when he starts to remember what's going on, and then he goes back to the ship, and he's walking through, and you hear a cut of Kal-El talking to him as his dad, and also Kevin Costner talking to him as his dad. I can't remember his dad's name. Sorry. Something Kent, obviously. That's what kind of did it for me. That was a really nice scene.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff. Like I said, just watching it once, I missed probably 45 minutes of great content because I was focused on the other 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, I want to say that I want to watch it again and catch things, but I don't know when I'm going to have the energy to do that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Maybe I'll. Well, Tommy Boy was talking about how how it is broken up into those parts. Like a miniseries. So maybe I'll just do like one part at a time.
No, it's a good point, and that is one thing that I notated was I actually really liked all the different part titles. How it felt like different comic issues are part of one storyline.
Yeah.
It was nice, and it wasn't like major story titles. It was like conversation quotes.
Right.
Like Batman, we're fucked.
Yeah. Part 7.
Part 7.
Reach around.
Reach around. Batman, we're fucked. Yeah. So I'll start walking through this. So this is gonna jump around just like we always fucking do. But some of the things I noticed that are different, the highlights, and we can kind of talk shit about it a little bit too.
I'm looking forward to it.
One thing that I did really like was it Cyborg? Now I'm already fucking forgetting. Cyborg was talking to Batman, and he said, "I heard about you. Didn't think you were real." And then Batman goes, "I'm real when it's useful." I'm like, fuck, that's so cool. I love it.
That's awesome.
I fucking love it. That because it makes so much, and it ties into even like the Dark Knight series. Like he's real when it's useful, and it makes so much sense. I fucking love it.
Just happens to be very useful right about now.
You're right. Yeah. How'd you feel about the Steppenwolf CGI upgrade?
He looked way better, but I did not really care about him any more than I did in the other one.
Really? Because they dove they dove in deeper into his backstory and his relationship with Darkseid and how he's fucked up.
Yeah.
And they did more kind of fucking hollow transmissions with that creepy dude, which, by the way, those hollow transmissions are the most cool fucking melting metal.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that liquid metal thing was a nice touch. Yeah, I mean, I want to say they gave me some more backstory on Steppenwolf, but I feel like it was very surface level. It was like, yeah, Darkseid trusted you and you fucked up, so now you have to be his dog and, do these tasks and try to prove yourself. Like, yeah, I guess I get that, but I don't know. Maybe I missed something as far as why they kept saying that Earth was so important. I mean, I know they said something about like there was a map or a formula or something.
No, it's the a map. Sorry, that just case sounded well. It's the anti-life equation.
Equation. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, I knew there was something like embedded in the Earth that they were trying to get after.
That's essentially, let's just call it the Infinity Stones. Once he gets that, he is full. Like he controls life and death. Like he is everything.
Okay.
And that's across all universes.
But it just happens to be on Earth.
It happened on Earth thousands of years ago, I guess, somehow, and it was lost. So they didn't know where it was. So that's when Steppenwolf comes across it. He's like, Darkseid's fucking happy now because now he can control everything. So the one caveat is, we talk about Thanos with his gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
That happens in one universe. Because in another universe they change. Like even Doctor Strange talks about there's a fucking million ways this can go. Only one of them we win, and they do end up winning. So if you get the anti-life equation, you control all multiverses. You control it all. So he can literally like jump between different timelines, and it's fucking crazy.
That's ridiculous.
It's basic. I don't know how it's explained. It's basically once you get this equation, you figure out how life is. You can control it and manipulate it.
So typical Doomsday button type scenario.
Yeah. I guess my question is, since you still don't like Steppenwolf that much, who do you prefer? Thanos's dogs, like that skinny floating dude that fights Hulk, and or Steppenwolf? I guess those would be equal opposites. Those people that just do Thanos's biddings.
Well, I guess. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Marvel fans, but I think in the larger scope of the universe, Thanos is actually Steppenwolf, and there's somebody above him who's more like Darkseid that we haven't seen yet. I don't know if that's 100% correct, but I believe that is the case.
Interesting.
There's someone that hasn't even been hinted at in Marvel yet in the cinematic universe that is actually higher above than Thanos. I want to say that's that's the case.
Interesting. I've always assumed that Darkseid and Thanos were on the same level. Now, in my mind, it's not even fucking close because Darkseid looks ridiculous. I'm
he
scared.
looks insane. Yeah, he
I'm
looks
scared
like
of Darkseid.
Darth Malik was at the gym for 7 years, taking fucking creatine and steroids and everything else you can imagine. He was cool. He was cool looking. I mean, and Steppenwolf, like I said, he was more than we got theatrical cut. His armor and everything was better. I
like this fighting style too. He was brutal.
He was.
In the battles, and
he was killing people.
He didn't give a fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like we got enough. We got more build up with Thanos, so like we know more about him and what he's after, and he's off doing something, and he sends his henchmen to do some other thing, and they split up. They kind of divide and conquer. So we just have more time in general with him. So I just care about the arc more.
Absolutely.
And that's I mean, they're trying to squeeze it in, and he did as good a job as you can in a single movie, I guess.
Well, the crazy thing is, in the original Justice League, Thanos Darkseid isn't a part of any of it. He's not in the entire movie. He's not in it.
Correct. Yeah.
They just literally, I think Steppenwolf says the name Darkseid. Mm-hmm. This is for blah 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 and Darkseid, and it's like, okay,
yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
So the fact that he shows up on screen is threatening basically to come kill everybody with his armada after all said and done. I am so fucking hyped where this goes because it's basically Avengers 1, where everything, the armies come to Earth, except this is going to be the big one.
Yep. Yeah, it's like the Chitauri coming for the first time, yeah. And, well, I guess in that case, Thanos is Darkseid and Loki is Steppenwolf. Loki's the one that comes in and tries to do the dirty work and starts fucking around.
There you go.
Yeah, better. I mean, I don't know. I feel like as soon as I say what I want to say, I'm going to think of a reason to doubt myself. But I just wanted to know more about his background and what he's fighting for, other than just trying to destroy everything.
Who, Darkseid?
Well, both of them, really. I mean, why do you want to destroy everything? Just why?
True.
Like he says, he's destroyed 100,000 worlds searching for this equation. I'm just like, why? What are you trying to do? What's the deal?
Yeah. You're just trying to control, man.
It's
like otherworldly beings. Like I watched a YouTube video talking about Steppenwolf and Darkseid, and they were basically saying like you've got to get in the mindset that you are eternal until you're killed, which sounds dumb, but they're not going to slowly die. They are until something equal or opposite comes to fuck you up. So it's basically, what else is there to do? Let's just fucking dominate.
Just murder everything there is.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. I mean, it's a valid point because I'm excited, but I don't know his reasoning behind maybe he's possessed or I don't fucking know. Like he looks.
Yeah. So in context,
maybe he was in quarantine and he raged out and he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill everybody.
Up. These fucking vaccines, dude. I can't handle it. I guess in context, if this movie came out in 2017 and then 4 years later we were maybe getting like a Justice League 2, I think it would make more sense because then it's like we get a tease of Darkseid and it's almost like you're supposed to have these questions left unanswered until the next one, which I get. But I guess from my understanding, this is like Snyder's not doing anything after this.
Oh, there's talks. There's talks of Justice League 2 and 3.
Okay, good. Now, because it's so popular, hopefully that's the case. But I guess I was envisioning this like as its own standalone thing, and in that case, I'm like, yeah, I don't really, the big bad guy who no one can stop, who's just out there to blow up all the worlds. I guess I'm kind of over that storyline, but I can temper my my resignations for right now.
Yeah, I guess it's like on the surface, that's what the Emperor is. He wants power. Like he's thirsty for power and he wants control.
True.
What else does the Emperor want? Like, why is he destroying everything? Well,
because Darth Bane said so.
A threat to his power. Like that's.
But why does he want power in the first place?
Darkseid. Well, he's hungry.
Yep. Looking for that equation.
No, I think that's a valid point. So, and it does kind of put you in the timeline of, like, the Aquaman stuff felt weird to me. I want to love Aquaman. I really do, and I don't. And I feel shitty saying that. This movie did not help my Aquaman feelings. It actually probably hurt it because I hate his girlfriend, And I love Willem Dafoe. I love Willem Dafoe, but the extra scenes with him, I was like, I'm fucking over it. I'm done. I don't care, dude. But like putting it in a timeline that where this is all supposed to happen before Aquaman, the movie. And you're bringing out his girlfriend already, and they're like meeting for the first time, and she's like trying to drop knowledge, and I'm like, look, I don't care about you. Why would you drop knowledge when no one gives a shit? And Willem Dafoe's like, you must take your mantle and take the fuck. I'm like, dude, we're not even.
Yeah,
we're
I
not
didn't even
into
think about that.
We're not even to that movie yet. Like, chill the fuck out.
I didn't even think about that. All right,
Yeah.
I gotta see something. Okay, that's why. All right. Sorry, when I saw. All right.
Yeah, Aquaman happens after this.
So her hair is red in Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
So for some reason, when I saw her in Snyder Cut, I thought it was like a different female Atlantean.
Oh yeah, that's his future girlfriend. They just
That's so confusing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of weird because Aquaman comes out after this. So he's not the true Aquaman
Chronologically,
yet.
right?
Yeah, because he hasn't got the actual trident, that gold fucking superhero trident.
Oh wow.
He's just normal ass Aquaman right now.
Okay.
And he's still defeated.
Yeah.
He's the one that fucking stabbed Steppenwolf too.
Wow, Wonder Woman beheads that motherfucker.
Dude,
that was sweet.
Talk about one of the coolest end scenes.
All right, wait.
Balls deep, man.
I thought that was great. Is it just that they can't get through his armor? I was wondering. Like, I thought it was great. Action was cool. But they, they're a team the whole time, and they're fighting Steppenwolf, and they basically don't make a dent until Superman like cuts off one of his horns, and his armor breaks.
Oh, maybe he weakens it or something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the rules. It's almost like, okay, Superman gets shot in the head, but that doesn't work. But when he gets stabbed, he dies. I'm like, well, although that was kryptonite. Yeah. But the same thing goes with like Wonder Woman. Like,
yeah,
what actually hurts her? Like, she's a cool character, but I don't know what hurts her.
The wishing stone from '84.
Calling her fat, because that would probably hurt everybody.
I'm offended that you said that.
I should be.
That's my super weakness.
No, I think that end scene was, dude. Like, I know like a battle's cool, but getting beheaded's cool. Like, and in an end scene, but like to send that message straight to Darkseid's feet, like, fuck your dog that you sent down here, behead him, send him back right to your feet, and then close the portal, and you're like, like
yes.
That's a big fuck you to Darkseid. Now he's probably pissed. So now he wants revenge. But
yes, and you're forgetting about the coolest part. That was that we finally see time travel fuckery with the Flash.
Dude,
that I didn't catch that for a second. I was like, what?
Yeah, I caught it the first time whenever he did it the first time, and I was like, dude, they're gonna change this whole fucking thing around.
I rewound it because I had to see it again.
Yeah, you rewound during a 4-hour movie. No, I'm kidding.
Just that
too.
Scene, yeah.
I did too. Actually, I rewound on the Joker scene because it was super creepy to me.
Yeah.
No, I think the Flash stuff. It was like Flash reversing time.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, like all of these end game visions and premonitions and all this shit. I'm like, it's gonna happen, and he's gonna fix it all. First of all,
yeah, there's so many layers.
Which is I kind of like. It's almost like I don't even know what universe we're in right now, but I'm still like holding on. Like this is just keep feeding, feeding.
Yeah.
First of all, the original Justice League, Flash in the end battle ended up just being a fucking chauffeur to civilians.
The fact that they took all the civilians out of that entire area, great choice.
Yes,
that was like they were trying to do Avengers stuff in there in the theatrical cut, and it was just so distracting, and it was so weird that there would be a dead radioactive zone, and then there's a bunch of people living there. That didn't make sense. And then they were they were Aaron Boy, chauffeur that you said. But
yeah, he doesn't even like fight. He literally just picks people up and walks them out of the battle. But they introduced that family that's living on the edge of town that he tries to save. And I'm so happy they deleted that whole fucking scene because that was so dumb. But not only deleting that scene and having him involved, he is the reason everything works. Which is like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Like,
yes, it's a good combination because he's the newest one in the squad and he's still kind of figuring out his powers. So he's unsure. and he's trying to almost kind of stay out of the way in a certain degree.
Yeah.
And then he finally taps into it and realizes what he has to do and take that next step at the very end and reverse it. And yeah, that was very nice.
Also, the actual way that they reversed it, how everything was refolding, not unfolding, refolding, putting things back into place as he ran forward. I was like, dude, this is a fuck, because he was running towards the epicenter of the blast that killed everything. So
the things, it's like, yeah, they should have done that in Tenet. It would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Is the Flash part of Tenet?
Are we? Let's see.
All right.
Protagonist.
Christopher Nolan was executive producer on this. Well, not executive producer, but producer on this. I saw that in the credits. So,
yeah.
Tenet-verse.
Yeah.
Could be there.
No, I'm so happy that they focused on Cyborg and Flash got flashed out. My story got flashed out. See how I tried to make a joke there and it didn't work?
Nope.
No, I didn't.
Better give up.
No, I'm just happy with most of that. But again, like the person that I really want to like, Aquaman, I still don't. It's so weird.
Yeah, he's just chugging whiskey and grumbling.
Yeah, well, and part of it's probably because he's not true Aquaman yet. So he's like still himself unlocking his power, even though he's an older dude and a badass. He's still not full potential yet. So
right. Aquaman. What do you think about good old Batman?
So I love him. Batfleck is one of my favorites of all time. And I do like how he just talks shit to everybody. Like everybody's like, "Should we do this?" He's like, "Yes." But we
do it.
Should we
Shut
really?
up. Go. Hurry up.
Shut up. Fuck, dude. This is come on. I love it. I love how he butts heads with everybody. He's like, "You guys don't understand.
Yeah.
I've calculated everything. Alfred's in my head." He said, "I gotta be home."
Alfred's in my head. And the laser absorbing gauntlets that he makes. That's new, right? That wasn't in the other one.
Yeah, either it's new or it was explained.
I can't fucking believe that he was able to absorb Superman's laser eyes.
Oh, I thought for sure they were gonna fucking burn an arm off or something, and he was gonna have to be one-armed Batman or something. I'm not even joking. I was like, dude, are they gonna kill off Batman and end this thing and then try to bring him back too or something? I literally was like, dude, they're gonna fucking kill him. This is so cool.
I mean, in that particular, well, no, I guess we don't know what the timeline's going to be because we have to see the apocalypse scenario first.
But think that out. In that timeline, would you trade Batman for Superman? Yes.
100%. In every timeline, you pretty much would.
timeline. So I love
Batman. Well,
Batman,
because they're going obviously a different direction with Robert Pattinson, and Ben Affleck is essentially, as far as we know, not going to do it anymore. So I guess it would have made sense from that point of view. Like True. You could kill him off and just be like, it's the older, grumpy Batman anyways. Like he's at the end of his line.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would have been cool.
Now I did like, and I never made this connection up front. Maybe I'm just dumb, but how the boxes thousands of years ago were split up between the Atlanteans, the Amazons, and man.
Yeah.
Now the three main superheroes are Batman, which is a man. Atlantean, and I didn't make that connection at first during the original one, but watching this, I was like, oh, this makes too much fucking sense. It's like the heroes of each group.
Well, is it Batman that has it, or is it Cyborg that has it?
See, I don't,
because him and his dad are the ones that have it. Yeah,
and the Flash. I mean, the Flash is a man too, but I'm just saying they were like wholly represented in superhero form, each group of people. So. Yeah, I just didn't make that connection at first.
That was very nice, yeah.
It was a nice touch. What other stuff do I have here? So, I mean, what else about Batman?
No, I liked his change of tone from Batman vs. Superman to now, because I love it in Batman vs. Superman, and everyone's like, well, Batman isn't not supposed to kill people, blah, blah, blah. Which I hate that argument. It's terrible. But it's so nice to see, or it's at least rewarding to see, the low point that he really hit back then and how desperate he was and willing to do anything and realizing his mistake and working in this one, obviously to save the world, but also to undo his mistake and bring Superman back and kind of absolve himself. That was such a nice change of tone, I thought. It makes BVS better and BVS makes this better. It's a compliment.
Yeah. And I do like how they literally lump. Oh, so I didn't even start off the very beginning.
It's okay. We're jumping around like we did. Batman. He's cool.
Yeah, but right off the bat, man. No, we see the end scene with Doomsday killing Superman.
Yep.
We don't see that in the original one, I don't think. That's a whole added scene.
They added like his scream is a bunch of like mystical sound waves that go out across the world and wake the mother box up.
Which I kind of liked. It was a weird thing. Like on the surface, I was like, "Well, that's kind of weird." And then when it fleshed out, I was like, "All right." Like,
yeah,
everybody heard. It's like the scream heard around the world. Like everybody's like, "Oh shit."
Yep, we're fucked.
Yeah, doomed. Even.
Yes.
It's.
Yeah. So we saw him die in BBS, but it was they added the thing where his like death scream kind of rang out across. It was cool how it went around everything, and you saw the heroes, you saw Lois, you saw Lex Luthor when that happened. Kind of touched on a few things there. It was good.
How did you feel about the Lex Luthor stuff? The added stuff.
Most of that was in the original, actually.
That he broke out of Arkham?
Yep. Yeah, it's extended, but a lot of that stuff was in the original cut.
The only thing I remember him is that end scene on the yacht, talking to.
Yeah, that's all he's in.
Well, true, but I don't think they showed that he broke out of Arkham. Did they?
I'm pretty sure. They still the scene with the door open and you see the bald guy at the end, but it's not him. I'm pretty sure that's in there. Yeah.
Interesting.
If not, I'm glad they added it because I am a huge fan of Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I love it.
Yeah, I think he's coming into his own finally, and he hasn't had a ton of screen time, even in Batman vs Superman, where he played somewhat of a pivotal role. He doesn't have a ton of screen time, but when he's bald and pissed, I'm like, that's pretty much a new age fucking Lex Luthor. He's fucking pissed.
Dude, I love it. I don't care what anyone says. I love it. Yeah. So, yeah, the end scene was cool. Again, I think my biggest takeaway from this movie is that I want them to continue. Like, even if it's not the best superhero movie ever made, the accomplishment of undoing the bullshit of 2017, reestablishing this, kind of, I don't want to say giving voice to the fans, but like realizing that the fans are the important part of any franchise, because that's the truth, and giving you an opportunity to move forward with Snyderverse or Zack Snyder as producer or director, whatever you want to call it. That's huge. And that's my biggest takeaway is that I really want to see a Justice League 2 and 3, and I want to see more movies that are part of this timeline. Yeah.
Yeah. They dabbled a lot. I mean, like you said, they didn't just leave a door open. They built like 10 doors.
Yeah, it's interesting because like Snyder goes in, and originally this is obviously supposed to be a bridge into a couple more movies, Justice League 2 and 3 and a couple other things. So you think going back, knowing that it's not going to continue, you'd think he might try to change some of the story beats to like wrap things up. But no, he leaves it open as if he's making 3 more movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I thought it's a good way to go. And it just basically telling Warner Brothers like, listen, we're doing this. So if you're mad, you better not go on Twitter because we're making these other movies. You better figure it out.
I added a new character in the very last scene. We gotta fucking do this. Mopar Maneater. That's what I was about to call it.
Did you know who that was?
Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. Did you know who that was?
The character that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
That was the guy from that Lois Lane talked to in Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, sorry, I meant the actual like character of Martian Manhunter. I didn't know if you knew who that was.
No, I didn't. But they do point out the Atom as well. Mm-hmm. With that the Asian guy that takes over the lab. So I'm excited for him.
Nothing about him. So
he's basically a cooler Ant-Man because he doesn't talk to ants.
A cooler Ant-Man, dude. It's Paul Rudd. What are you talking about?
I know that's hard for me to say, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Ant-Man. First of all, I like Ant-Man, but that's one of the stupidest names I've ever heard. I feel bad saying that, but
yeah,
it works now because Ant-Man has become a cool character, but on the surface,
yeah. In general, I think Marvel's names are better, but that's a bad one. Ant-Man is not a good one.
I do like the Atom. But yeah,
Star
like
Lord is not a good
Martian
one either.
Manhunter is not great either. So.
No, it's not. And I also feel, I don't know. I was going to say, like, if you didn't know who that was, then you don't really know why he's there or what it means. But again, with the context of leaving it open for a couple sequels, I think it's fine.
Yeah, you know, I heard there was talk that during that Martian Manhunter visit to Bruce Wayne, they considered doing a couple Green Lanterns. And I was like, dude, why didn't they fucking do that?
Yeah.
That would have been so much cooler. Like, that's already cool. First of all, it's really cool because they basically showcase a new guy that no one knows. All of us nerds, unless you're a hyper DC fan.
Well, and any DC or comic book reader knows who he is.
I guess that's true. But like on the surface level, just our general nerds like us, it's like, oh, now I have to look this dude up. So fuck yeah. So I'm excited. I'm just saying I'm excited because I don't have to because I do. Anyways.
What?
So excited. But
yes.
My reasoning is if they put the Green Lanterns out there, I've already have like a mental connection of, okay, shit's about to get real.
Yeah.
Martian, I'm like, I have no idea.
He's a changeling. Yeah. Now the scene with talking to Lois as Martha Wayne was a great scene.
Ooh.
And then she walks out, morphs into Martian Manhunter. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. I knew he was going to pop up, but I did not know how. That was cool.
Yeah. You knew he was going to pop up?
Yeah, I saw a headline about it. Martian Manhunter's going to be same way we knew the Joker was going to be in it. We just didn't know how.
Oh, I didn't even realize he was going to be in it, so I was looking for it.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the Joker stuff?
You know, it was great to see Leto's Joker for real. I wasn't blown away like I was hoping to be. I guess it's always like, you know, Batman and Joker stuff. You're like, that's like some of the peak scenes in DC that you're always waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought Leto's Joker had potential in Suicide Squad. So I was really excited to see him play it out without that bullshit. So it was good. I was not like floored the way I was thinking I was going to be. But it was definitely good. Yeah.
I was fucking floored.
Really?
For different reasons, though.
Okay.
Like, the look and everything, first of all, he looks like a fucking demented demon with that half smile.
Definitely.
But it's the conversation that they're having and the shit talking.
Absolutely. Yep.
I was on fucking edge because it's like the perfect couple to push each other's buttons. And they just know how to do it at the fucking drop of a hat. And I loved how brutal it got.
Yep.
How the Joker referenced the killing of Robin.
Yep.
And basically he's like, oh, you know how death goes. You know, you lost your mom and dad. And what do you say? That orphan boy or that boy that you adopted? I'm like,
yep, adopted son.
God.
Yep.
Which is a nice touch because in Batman vs. Superman, you see that suit with the Joker written all over.
Yep.
Oh my God. I was like,
and he finishes it off by saying, like, sending
a boy in to do a man's
job. Sending a boy wonder in to do a man's job. Yeah, that sealed it. No, it was a great conversation. Yeah, it was great.
Also, first of all, I'm glad they did finally an R-rated goddamn, because let's throw fucks around. No one cares. And then they said they also had to make it R-rated because of the beheading of Steppenwolf at the end. And I'm like,
yep.
If that's all it took, like, let's do it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Can you imagine just sending back like just a bloodied Steppenwolf pretending to be dead? Like, no, we have to cut his head off and send a fucking message. That made that scene.
Exactly.
But wrapping it all around, I also love Joker's reaction when Batman talks shit back to him and says something about, like, in my dying arms, Harley Quinn wanted me to murder you, you stupid fuck, or whatever. And he's holding that Joker card, and you see his hand just start to shake in fucking rage.
I couldn't tell if he was fucking with Batman or if he was being actually scared or actually pissed.
Oh, I think it flipped a switch in the Joker. Like, you just said the wrong thing, dick.
Yeah. Damn, man.
Yeah.
That also makes me wonder what is going to happen after Birds of Prey with Harley Quinn and the Joker to lead it to that point.
Yeah, some shit has to. Yeah, because she has to die. That's what they do. Well, in that universe.
So is the expectation so the next Justice League movie would involve Darkseid invading Earth, and everything gets fucked up, and he wins, and then Flash goes back in time, and they try to fix it, and it's, I guess I'm gathering from Joker's dialogue that they do it a couple times before they get it right.
Yeah, because I think so from the sound of it, well, first of all, Darkseid,
Because
I was under the impression that the Joker universe that we saw at the end was actually simply because Bruce let Lois die. So in bringing Superman back, he never recovered. He just stayed fucking crazy, and he tried to kill everything.
No, Lois dies after the invasion. And
yeah,
Superman's
'cause
hunting them down. Superman's pissed.
Yeah, because he's holding her corpse.
But who
I
killed,
do remember that.
Who killed Lois then?
Darkseid.
Damn.
See, it's the multiverse thing, because it's. I don't think I'll ever truly understand it, because it's just pulled, especially with how they did it, because you're just pulled in many directions. Some of them are dreams, some of them are real, and you're like, what the fuck? We saw premonitions of potential futures, and we saw some like pasts and stuff, and I was like, oh, like where are we now? Like,
right. Well, you think if they're going to continue forward, and if they do, obviously time travel stuff, if they continue this, are they going to go back and do that idea of the Flashpoint paradox where Thomas Wayne becomes Batman, and Martha becomes the Joker?
I don't think that's even possible at this point, but
I remember that being one of the things they teased after BVS came out, because of the actors that played Thomas and Martha at the beginning of the movie.
See, I don't know how you jump universes.
Well, Flash would just go back in time and mess up and go back too far.
Yeah, but he doesn't create two timelines.
The whole thing is you go back to a certain point in time, and then it's split, so now it's a new branch, and things progress differently in that branch. So I guess, I don't know what happens in the comics, but my guess would be like, if he goes back in time too far to when Batman's parents got killed, and in going back and changing things, the robber kills Bruce instead of killing the parents, and now that new branch has that whole new storyline with a different Batman. And
I guess my question is, how does that, because the Flash stays on one timeline, he's just reversing that one timeline. He's not creating new universes.
But I think he's
basically just rewinding what happened, and then he's still on that same timeline, right?
No, there's got to be a way around it, because Joker says like, you lose in like every timeline, or how many timelines do you have to? He says something like that.
No, he said, how many timelines do you all have to fail because you're not willing to die yourself?
Right. Yes. There you go. Thank you. So yeah, he has to have a way to. And Bro Axiom here says that's Shinobi. Stop changing your name.
Yeah. Fuck.
The Flash can travel to different universes, he says. So yeah, there has to be a way.
Well, maybe this was the beginning of it, where he found out that he can actually change time. So in doing that, he can kind of start dabbling into, let's just jump to another fucking page here.
I think Disney should buy DC, and they should hire Zack Snyder to be the Kevin Feige of DC, and they should continue all this, and they should do it properly and not shittily. And then next cut they need to make, next director's cut version, they need to do the David Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. That's what I think.
I watched a YouTube video. I had to watch YouTube videos just to explain what the fuck I just watched. But I was watching actually I lied. I went to an article to see what all the differences between the old one and the new one that we just watched.
Yeah.
And they basically said Joss Whedon was brought in to add comedic relief.
Yeah.
And
the comedic beats.
Yeah, 100% of what he put in was taken right back out, and I'm so happy.
Yeah. All the ones that they showed from the theatrical version, I was like, none of that works.
Yeah, you know what's funny is they were actually referenced one of the jokes, and I thought to myself as I read that, I was like, honestly, I don't really even mind that one. But it was when Batman was about to die, with Superman standing in front of him, and Batman goes, "Something's definitely bleeding."
Oh God, that was bad.
Really? I like on paper when
Did
I read
not
it,
work.
I was like, "Oh, all right,
Did not work for me.
no."
And Superman's trying to be super intimidating. Do you bleed? But all you can look at is his fucking lip. It's not very intimidating, Clark.
Clark.
You need
Colgate for Clark.
You need fucking Gillette in your life.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. So much better.
Yeah, it's I agree. It's too long. We
It's
asked for
definitely too long.
We asked for a 4-hour movie and we fucking got it. And I think you could easily get rid of like 25 minutes and still have it like a couple Aquaman back track scenes, the fucking job application scene.
Yeah.
Some of those like last like 5 minutes. I felt like that flashback or the flash, whatever. I'm done.
The hot dog scene.
Hot dog scene.
Cyborg, like getting an explanation of his powers was cool, but that went on too long as well.
Was the football scene also in the
That
original?
was too long. It was, yeah, but it's extended in this one.
Yeah, I felt like that was too long.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad because they didn't show his mom dying in the first one, did they?
I do not remember.
I don't think they did. I think they added showing them getting that crash, which I did like. I thought that added a lot.
100%.
But like
yeah.
the football, like yay celebration, I was like, all right, I get it.
Gotham City University, bro.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Cyborg himself? Like him and the use of his powers and.
I liked him much better in this one as far as a character. The powers.
He's almost like a Iron Man and a Vision all in one.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
especially when he does that fucking mask thing. I was like, dude.
The mask thing was very cool.
Sweet.
Very cool. Yeah, there was when he was flying in the atomic zone, like through the streets and blasting a bunch of shit. I was like, that's totally Iron Man.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was cool. I don't know. I feel like he has the power of the Mother Box. He can do like whatever he wants. And I guess I always wonder with characters like that, I want to know what the limit is. I think that's the same reason I hate Superman. It's like you could just do whatever you want. Okay.
Yeah, but he's still like a fucking PC. Like you can rip him apart and he dies. Like you can hurt him.
I don't know. I feel like people were trying to rip him apart and his suit just kept rebuilding itself.
He didn't rebuild himself. Are you nuts?
I don't know.
Are you crazy?
I don't know. The suit just materialized around him and created him.
Yeah,
created itself on him. So
well, the crazy thing is we have to wrap our minds around like he's already crazy advanced, and then also you have to add in that he is incorporated with alien technology, which is like 30 times more advanced than human technology. So it's like a combination of
30 times?
Whatever they said.
Oh, they said a number? I was going to say
No.
it better be way more advanced than 30 times.
It's like 40 years ahead.
Elon Musk is already 30 times human intelligence.
Wow.
So if you're going to do aliens, you got to do like 3,000 times.
Yeah. Yeah. No, when he did that fucking mask thing, I was like, dude, I didn't know someone similar to Iron Man could be just as badass.
Yeah.
Like he's flying around and he did that thing. I was like, dude, it looks so menacing when he has the one cyborg eye. I was like,
yeah, that was a
cool.
nice touch. Are the Mother Boxes? They're not from Earth, obviously,
No.
but they've been on Earth like since the very first time that Darkseid discovered them. They were already on Earth. Is that correct?
See, I'm not. I don't 100% understand the mother box.
Is it like Prothean technology situation?
Is there only one set of mother boxes?
I don't know. That's what I'm
See,
asking.
I was under the assumption that like these were the 3 mother boxes used on Earth.
Okay, like every world has one. Or 3.
Every world, yeah, it has to go through the Unity thing.
Because the reason he wants Earth is because of that formula, not because of the mother boxes per se, right?
I don't know originally. Well, now, yes. But I don't know like why he attacked Earth thousands of years ago and got his arm almost chopped off.
Tell us, Shinobi, tell us.
Don't. Let us
I don't care that much.
Quiver
You can
in
say it
fear.
if you want to.
Also, they did a lot of backstory with Darkseid as far as, well, like planting the seeds. So when like Wonder Woman goes down in that temple and sees like the fucking spray painted
ancient Greek
spray paints. But man, did he look like a fucking demon on those
He was a demon.
hieroglyphs. Yeah,
From
basically.
a certain point of view. Yeah, I'm obviously, as I've mentioned, a huge fan of like ancient civilizations and stuff. So when I saw that, I was getting huge vibes of like, this has happened over and over again, Reaper style, like from Mass Effect.
Yeah,
like this has come
so
into the
cool.
past, and the only record you have of it is like a painting of this fucking demon from the sky, and there's no way you can prepare because it just literally looks like a demon. There's no, he doesn't have a name. He doesn't, in those paintings, I mean, he doesn't have, like, there's no strategies to kill him. You just have to, watch the skies and be afraid that at some point you're going to get invaded by this armada.
Yeah.
That
It's just like
a nice touch.
A wall painting of Vader saying you don't know the power of the dark side.
Yeah, imagine like a cave painting version of Darth Vader, and you would think the same thing as you would about
No,
Darkseid.
Darth Vader was referring to actual dark side. Every time he's talked about the dark side, he's like, dude, this guy's nuts, and you all don't believe me.
Oh, God.
Not something the Jedi would tell you. Dark side.
It's not a story Steppenwolf would tell you. Maybe he would.
Let me see. Let's see if there's anything else. Black suited Superman. I fucking love.
Yeah, it was great. I don't know the story behind that and why he chose it, because he was walking through the ship and like a bunch of armor presented itself to him, and he saw the original like blue and red, and he didn't choose it. He chose the black one. I don't know like what the importance is there, but it definitely looked cool.
I think in the comics he ends up after the death of Superman comic, he changes robes for whatever reason. So it's
But
a
he just
callback too.
He just wants fashion change.
He just wants to tell everybody he's not fucking around anymore.
He's emo now. He wants black. He's a metal kid. He's all black.
metal. So yeah, that was cool.
Lois Lane's pregnant.
Yeah,
How is she going to handle
Ellie's
Krypton
hinted.
sperm? What the hell?
hinted. How did his cum not blow her apart?
That's an entire conversation from Mallrats. It's like, it's not going to work. You can't hold that in there, man.
Okay,
She would explode. Same way Cyborg's dad exploded. That's what
I assume Superman gives birth through his dick. Like he just
a miniature one and just flies right out. Woohoo!
he does a Mario. Wow! Oh my God, we're going somewhere.
Always. Always.
Well,
Yeah. No, Black Suit Superman was very cool. It was fun.
yeah. Any final thoughts?
Well, I mean, there's a couple things like tone that bugged me. Like, I feel like there was just so many scenes where it was them on a little field and then just a bunch of like blown out hazy backgrounds. Like, I feel like there was a lot of that. Just them in front of a green screen and everything in the back is just like, decimated or like super highly saturated sunset and lens flares and stuff like that.
Oh,
I don't know.
really?
I feel like there was just a lot of that stuff.
I didn't even notice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot. That bothered the hell out of me, and the slow motion thing bothered the hell out of me, too.
Oh, so you love the movie?
There was every other scene, someone was moving in slow-mo. And, like, I get it when it's the Flash. Like, you're trying to demonstrate that he's faster than the speed of light or whatever the fuck his power is. But everyone was doing it, and it was driving me crazy.
You know who wasn't doing it? Batman.
Probably Batman. Yeah, because Batman's cool.
Oh man, I loved how Batman was getting around, and that sounds dumb, but everybody else is like flying, jumping, fucking running.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, I'll just use my fucking.
Except for that scene in the sewer when they all decide to walk up all the stairs at regular pace for no fucking reason.
Fucking weird was that?
Like, why? Well, who made that choice?
Yeah,
They
I
literally
thought
just,
the
like-
same fucking thing.
Hey, we got to walk up the stairs.
You know what I thought? Well, what I'm now thinking, because of course I saw that scene. I was like, am I stupid? Why are they?
What did I miss?
But now, because they were sneaking in. So I wonder if they would have flown or done something. It would have been like a power surge, and Steppenwolf would have but just walking up the fucking flight of stairs, I guess.
I mean,
that's
they're
where they
metal
were
stairs. I feel like you could hear your
ting,
footsteps.
ting, ting.
Yeah, exactly. Times 5 and echoing throughout that fucking sewer.
Well, he can't hear much.
Oh.
He's got that metal suit, and he's got horns where ears are supposed to be. So.
I liked how he could retract and like expand the spikes on his suit, Steppenwolf. That was cool.
Yeah, piss
Like
mode.
he had all those arrows stuck in him, and he just like flexed, and they all shattered. That was badass.
Yeah, it's like a livable armor. It was really cool, like a
Like
liquid livable.
Like Darth Bane style, like it's symbiotic.
No,
with
his
him.
is really stupid.
I mean, it looks stupid. It looks like a coral reef, but the concept of it's really good.
Yeah, it's there. It's there.
Yeah, it's
No,
symbiote.
I really liked Steppenwolf a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, obviously CGI wise, he looks a lot better. But
Yeah, so much better.
the fight scenes, man, the way he used that fucking axe, how he would like throw it, kill a bunch of other guys, jump towards it, and then grab it again. I was like, this dude is a fucking savage. Because I don't know why, but I just didn't believe it in the original one.
Yeah.
I thought this guy's a fucking dope.
Yep.
The whole time.
Yep.
Now I was like, dude, he's fucking people up in a badass way. He doesn't care.
Yep. He's not screwing around. He can fight in all terrains, in all weather climates.
It really felt like he was on another level power-wise at the beginning of the movie. Like he was walking in, fucking things up, and walking right out. And then if slowly like people started figuring shit out, the obviously the Justice League kind of formed, and then they were able to deal with him. But it really felt he like landed and they were not ready. This dude was just fucking. I mean, he took out the Amazons like single-handedly.
Yep.
Walk in.
Yep.
I mean, I'm taking your fucking jewelry box and I'm out this bitch.
That was badass. You think it was a little dramatic that their security system was basically to just tank their entire temple into the sea?
You know, I was kind of confused, to be honest. When I was watching that, I was
And then
like,
he just jumps out of it anyways. Like, I thought that was so fucking random.
Yeah, you know, I agree. I had a lot of questions. I was like, this looks cool, and like on the surface, I was like, dude, this is badass. And then I just thought, like,
Is it?
oh, but why?
Exactly.
Like, you just destroyed half of your town for him to get away.
Yeah. That whole scene is a perfect example of what I kept talking about with the slow motion thing. Like, I feel like there's an entire slow-mo sequence where Diana's mom is trying to get out of the temple, and she's doing fucking Indiana Jones maneuvers and slip sliding to get out before they close the doors. And then she gets out, and that's cool. And then Steppenwolf's back, and then there's a slow-mo scene where she's like getting on the horse and like turning around with the bow and arrow and trying to like make the perfect shot. And it's, God, man, it just didn't end.
Yeah, that was a long sequence. Man, there was something really badass that happened during that time, though. The way they were saving the box, getting it back from him, and like getting away, I thought was very clever.
Yeah.
There was several different ways that they did it, but one of them, I forget what happened. They used the bow and arrow.
Oh, yeah, she ties like a rope around the mother box and shoots the arrow and like sends it sailing through.
Yeah.
Past him. And what's-her-face catches it. I can't remember the queen's
There's a
name.
couple, small things that they do. I was like, oh, that's clever. Like, they would be badass at that.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
choice.
Everything's slow-mo, though. Yeah.
Very choice.
Choice words.
Snyder cut.
Snyder cut. I wish I liked Waterboy. I really wished Aquaman was cool. I don't know what the miss is.
Maybe you need to now watch Aquaman after you've seen this.
I can't watch that fucking movie, dude. The
know.
love scenes ruin it. And Black Mantis is dumb to me.
Maybe I need to watch it again. I thought he was cool.
There's some
I thought his stupid angry brother was dumb.
There's some epic scenes that happen in that movie. He's riding a goddamn underwater Godzilla. It's ridiculous.
Stupid.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Nope.
But it's epic at the same time. Like, if there was an underwater Godzilla, he would be riding the fucking thing, and you ain't gonna fuck with him underwater. Like, this is not your realm, dude. Get the fuck out. So
Wait a second.
There's a crab monster underwater, too, I think.
Why don't they just summon the crab monster to fight Steppenwolf?
He's not there yet.
Why don't...
He doesn't have that power yet. He can't talk to fish yet.
That's true. What is his brother doing this whole time? Why aren't they helping?
I don't know.
Like, why don't they get...
Those scenes were very
I don't
awkward
know.
to me. Those
I don't
scenes were
wanna-
very awkward to me. I thought when Steppenwolf got the box from the Amazons, that was cool. All too much slow-mo or whatever the fuck. I thought it was cool and they were prepared. When he got the box from the Atlanteans, I thought that was the douchebaggiest scene I've ever seen. Like he walks in,
Yeah.
it kills a dude,
And it's
then-
just her fighting
and
him
it's just her.
until
And then where's
Aquaman
the
shows
rest
up.
of where's anybody else?
Well,
Answer me
that's-
that. Where's anybody?
That's interesting. Like, if you're an Amazon and you know there's a bunch of Amazons and Steppenwolf stole the box, like, if you're Diana, don't you summon
She didn't know
everyone?
yet. She didn't know yet.
But why don't they leave their island and go, like,
I don't
they
know
lost
if
the box. That sucks, but let's go at least chase him down.
Let's go tell the Atlanteans, hey, they fucked our box up.
Well, they send that arrow and they tell Diana, so that's like they covered their base. I just wonder, like, if this is the most important thing is to not let this box get stolen, and it
Yeah.
gets stolen, don't you just go after it?
Yeah.
And same thing with
But-
the Atlantis people. Like, if Willem Dafoe comes and gives him a pep talk, don't you, like, don't leave the whole fate of the universe in Aquaman, who's drunk half the time? Like, gather your forces. Let's go fight Steppenwolf.
Yeah, and the coolest thing about the Atlanteans is the underwater technology that they have. That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And those armors and stuff that's just like water powered.
Drag Steppenwolf underwater and fucking blast him.
Yeah, shoot them up, bro.
Lots of
Yeah.
good.
Lots of good.
Lots of good.
Yeah, I agree. I hope in the future Aquaman gets better. I'm gonna say that.
So
I
much
re-
potential with Jason Momoa, yeah.
God damn. Again, the casting's so good for all of these characters. They knocked it out of the park. I fucking love it.
Yep.
I love Lois Lane. I love them all. They
Yep.
all are exactly who I want them to be. And then you just do
Alfred,
fucking
Flash, Cyborg.
dude. Alfred is such a breath of fresh air. He's
I love
such a condescending dickhead, but smart and wise all at the same time. Like, Bruce, you should probably stop drinking.
Speaking of Alfred, yes, that's the only thing he says. It's important. The ship that they can't fix, that Cyborg just like morphs into and then
Diversity.
fixes. It's an old metal ship from Batman's era.
Yeah.
Is that a Batman built ship that he didn't know how to fix, or is that like an alien technology? I didn't catch that.
I thought it was a Batman built ship that there was something broken on it that he hadn't completed and he hadn't figured it out.
So they just needed Anakin to come in and fix it up real quick and pod race it.
Yeah.
I guess
Because he said it was literally just a software issue because he read the fucking ship right away. And
Gotcha.
that's what Cyborg says.
Right, I remember that. I feel like if Batman built the ship, he would have been able to fix it. So I don't know.
Maybe there was alien technology built in or something weird, but that wasn't very clear. Yeah, I don't know. How did you feel about them choosing Wayne Manor as the Justice League headquarters?
Yeah,
They
very,
changed-
very
they-
Tony Stark. I liked it.
They changed the scene a little bit because I think originally Wonder Woman was there and they were walking around a big fucking table or something. This one, it was just Alfred and Batman, and it was all fucking disaster. And he's like, I think this will work. I could fit a big fucking table in here.
It was such an egregious mansion too. That's like
Remember-
Buckingham Palace.
Remember, that's hilarious. It's probably the same when Batman goes on that date in the first Batman, and they're having soup like a quarter mile from each other. At the
Yes. Same mansion. Too big, man.
How's
He even
your
says, he's like, that's like 100, 110 feet. He says
Yeah.
that when he walks into the room. It's
I
like, you think
remember-
I can fit my girlfriend all the way at the other end of the fucking room when I'm trying to have soup?
So when she's trying to nag, I can't hear her.
Yeah, that's just an absurd building. I feel like Batman is going to drain through all of his funds just restoring that goddamn mansion.
Yeah,
He's going to run out of cash. They're going to have to go start invading worlds to try to get cash to replenish
Yeah.
Batman's funds.
Yeah.
I like that he says he bought the bank. That was funny. They
Yeah,
kept
so he can
that.
start printing his own stuff. Yeah, what's your superpower? I'm rich.
That was nice. That was nice. They cut the fucking terrible brunch joke. Thank God.
Wait, what?
There was some Flash had some stupid joke about brunch. I'm just glad they cut it from the theatrical one. It was terrible. You don't remember it because you shut it out of your mind because it was so bad.
I did like when they were digging up fucking Clark Kent's corpse, and Flash said something along the lines of, "Well, I can mark this off my fucking list."
Yep.
Like,
Get
this
off
is some
the bucket
demented
list.
shit.
Yeah.
And then he asked Waterboy, "You think she would go out with me?"
What made?
We're all younger men compared to her. She's fucking.
She's 5,000 year old. Every guy's a younger guy. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, what made Cyborg think that the mother box would be safe 6 inches underground in his parents' grave? He buried it with like a 6, like the shallowest hole I've ever seen. He just buried it in the cemetery. Like, did he think that was going to be okay?
I don't even know what you're.
He goes to
I remember.
He goes to his parents' grave.
His mom's.
He gets a sense. Yeah, sorry. He gets a sense that they're after the. Sorry, it's his grave and his mom's because he's dead. There was 2 graves. That's why I thought it was his parents. Sorry, but he goes and he takes the mother box, puts it in that little case, and he buries it because he's worried someone's going to find it.
I mean,
I'm
what
just
else do you do? The Earth is only so big, and like hiding in a random spot. I don't know. I don't think it's that ridiculous, but
I think intergalactic aliens are going to be able to fucking figure it out. You're going to step on it, trip over it. It's sticking out of the ground. That's how shallow the hole was. Sorry, maybe that was just me. I just was like, maybe like throw it in the fucking ocean or something.
then the Atlanteans got to cover two boxes. This sucks.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I keep forgetting there's Atlanteans in there. Sorry, I'm not used to Atlantis being a real
Literally
thing.
just threw a box on our front lawn, bro.
I'm not used to Atlantis being a thing, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It really irks me how I hated all the Willem Dafoe scenes. I want to love him. I want to love Aquaman. I'm going to say it over and over, and it just did not work for me. Again, it's probably because it all takes place technically before the Aquaman movie. So they're like trying to drop knowledge before he even fucking knows shit. I'm like,
So what you got to do is when you go and think of the DC universe, you just have to pretend that Aquaman doesn't exist. And probably also pretend that Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman 84 don't exist either.
Oh, yeah.
So just make it up in your head. They're gone.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh. So, yeah, it was fun.
It's
It
true.
was fun. Good job, Zach.
Yeah. Let me go here. StarWars.com.
No.
See
This
if they have.
this is a DC-only episode.
I want to end with some goddamn trivia. I thought that was fun.
It was fun, but we do DC trivia.
Okay.
I'll lose. I'm done. It's a bad idea.
I don't know anything either. I am. Are you excited at the slightest for like something to flesh out with like the Atom and Manhunter?
I mean, if they do more Zack Snyder stuff, I'm excited for that. I don't know anything about Atom or Martian Manhunter, so
Yeah.
I saw The Rock post something about the script for Black Adam.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I haven't heard any news about that for a while, so that could be fun. I don't know anything about him either, but I like The Rock, so that's cool.
Here we go. What
Okay.
film does the word Wookiee originate from? I didn't know it was from anything outside of Star Wars.
Is the answer from outside of Star Wars?
So it has American Graffiti, THX 1138, 2001: A Space Odyssey, and Planet of the Apes.
Interesting. I'm going to guess Lucas pulled it from one of his other things. I'm going to say THX.
Oh, really? I was going to say Space Odyssey. We'll go THX. Correct.
Yeah. He likes to do that.
Which costume did costume designer John Mallow refer to as the Nightmare costume? Come on. That's got to be Vader. Wrong!
What's the multiple choice?
It was like C-3PO. I got to go back. Fuck, I fucked it all up.
They probably meant Nightmare as far as like trying to build it and keep it from breaking down.
Oh, yeah. It's probably C-3PO.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
It's probably shingles were falling off of it every step he took. I don't know what a shingle is.
Jesus.
I don't know why he's a roof. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, I'm done with that. Snyder
Yeah.
cut, awesome. It was a breath of fresh air. Could have been shorter, but yeah, I thought.
Definitely makes me hopeful.
Yeah, I thought one of the weird highlights I thought was the Wonder Woman scene when she was saving those kids. Like she fucking shows up, and you get that war cry theme, and she starts just beating ass, and I'm like, oh my god, this is what I wanted the whole fucking time.
Right. That's what a half god is supposed to fight like. Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
That's all I got. Let's stop talking. I gotta eat something.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Thanks, Zack. Thanks, Zack Snyder. Good
Yes,
job.
thank you.
I appreciate it.
I am truly excited if they do anything in the future with him. He seems to know what he's doing. Someone just needs to say,
He thinks he might know what he's doing.
well, from a certain point of view, someone thought he didn't.
No, that's not why he stopped producing it.
Well, there was a family thing, right?
There was this very serious family thing, yeah. But yeah, that's what he kind of dedicated this one to his daughter. So that's not why it kind of fizzled out, I don't think at all.
So it wasn't like a director.
Warner Bros. Didn't come in and say like, Zack, you have lost control. We're kicking you off of this.
So he walked away from it first.
Because issues with family issues. And they just tried to have somebody piece it together and fix it, and it didn't work.
Man, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
To the future.
Well,
out of 3, what would you rank it? Snyder Cut.
I'm gonna give it 2 ratings. If you're a DC fan, it's a 3.
For sure.
Like, cause this is what you're hoping for. Dark side action. Let's get a few name drops. The Atom and all this shit. I think it's a 3. For me personally, it's a 3. I think if you're just a casual fan, it's a 2.
I am actually going to give it a 2.
Yeah.
I think, obviously, in comparison to the theatrical cut, it's really, really good. It's a miracle, the fact that they even did this in the first place, let alone how much better it is.
Yeah.
So that's an achievement, and I'll never shit on that. But as a film, I'm going to say 2.
You know what I actually thought? Because of the upgrade in the sound design and everything that they did, I thought if I was seeing this in a theater, it would be a fucking brand new game. Like, a lot of the stuff that was going on, I was like, I can hear. I wore headphones for the whole thing.
Oh, nice.
And I thought, oh, this sounds great. But like being in a theater and having the fucking music and everything shake you, it would have been fucking epic. So
yeah, I would like to see it if and when they do release it out. Theatrical version. Sorry, not theatrical version. When they release this in theaters with the intermission and everything, I would like to see that. Would we like to see that, Leah? I'd like to see that.
Potty break. Appetizers, please. More mozzarella sticks. Good day, Galaxy. Appreciate everything.
Check it out.
I'm done with that. Jesus. Less of that.
Oh boy, it's real.
Oh, we did
It's
do
real.
an hour and a half.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, Travis. Bye. Who else is here? I think it's just Travis. Bye, Travis. Bye, Shinobi. Snyder Cut.
Was this 262 or 264?
263. Yeah, I'm glad we ran the full length because I got caught up on Snyder Cut. I did not watch Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I didn't watch either.
So I wouldn't have had anything to talk about. So I'll make sure.
I just realized it wasn't a movie.
Right. That was probably bad for them to have it out on the same day.
True.
I'm surprised they. I don't know if they knew that ahead of time.
Yeah, I feel like when we talked about Falcon Winter Soldier, you just said, "Hey, it's being released this date." I'm not sure we ever like specified, "Hey, it's a series." Because I don't think we never talked about the Marvel releases.
I ran through a list of them, but I guess now that there are series and movies combined, I don't think I specified.
Yeah. In my mind, I was like, oh, we're just going to get this like one-off movie.
Nope.
And then it launches. I was like, oh.
Yeah, we got Falcon Winter Soldier. We got Black Widow. We got Shang-Chi. We have Loki. We have Inhumans. We have What If. Spider-Man 3. There's a lot. There is a fuck ton.
One single fuck ton. Cool.
Sweetness. Yeah, I need to eat as well.
I'm gonna upload the. I'm on my work computer again, so I'll upload it tomorrow or the next day or something.
Diddly dangus.
Eat the foods.
Can you? Is there a way to transfer that to your phone? Like, can you Bluetooth the file or AirDrop? You don't have AirDrop, but
I can't do any airdrops, and I can't get to like OneDrive or anything on my work computer. That's the issue.
that's so crazy.
Yeah.
God damn it, Klein Tools.
It won't connect to any. Yeah.
Mr. Coach Klein Tools. God damn it. Cool. All right. Yeah. Whenever you do. Oh, we're still live. Bye, everybody.